Being a great trans ally goes well beyond just calling someone by their name and pronouns, because that's the bare minimum. Hello all you beautiful people, I'm Mizzz Sally Pryde, this is with 3 Z's and a Y, because why not? And in this video we're going to be doing top 10 ways to be a great trans ally. Number 10, ask good questions. And by this I don't mean asking really personal questions like, have you had the surgery yet? Unless you have that kind of relationship with someone, it doesn't really make sense to talk about that. What I mean by asking good questions is talking about how do you want someone to be respected, stuff like that. And of course, it varies person to person what they're comfortable talking about, so keep that in mind. Now on this same line of thinking, let's go to number 9. Be a good listener. If you don't understand what it's like to be trans, at least listen and respect us. It blows my mind how many people hate trans people and refuse to even hear us out. If you don't understand, listen and keep an open mind. And of course, do not lecture trans people about our experiences. When cis people lecture trans people about our experiences, it sounds like a rich person telling a poor person not to worry about money. You don't understand what it's like, and I encourage people to pause and think about what it's like to be us. Number 8, don't say our dead name. Now to be clear, there's a difference between dead naming someone and saying someone's dead name. If you're dead naming someone, you're an asshole, period. What I'm specifically talking about here is not saying dead names. Now if you need to make reference to someone's dead name, what you can do is you can say your dead name instead of using their dead name. For example, if going through some paperwork and you find someone's dead name on that paperwork, do not say, hey, I found this paperwork, it says blank on it. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to say, hey, I found this paperwork and it has your dead name on it. Do not actually say their dead name because it can be very distressing for us. Number 7, I really want to specify this again. Do not use the wrong pronouns with us, even retrospectively. That means if you're talking about someone retroactively before their transition, you respect their name and pronouns now. You always respect someone's name and pronouns, even retroactively. Do not use their actual dead name. You should be addressing trans people by the name and pronouns they currently use, even retroactively before their transition. Many of us had to struggle to find who we are or come out as who we are, and it's important that you respect that's where we were, because we are always the gender we say we are. It's always best to ask pronoun wise what should be done. Number 6, using terms like biological man or biological woman. Now I've used these terms and it's done for a case of simplicity, but really these terms aren't as accurate as you would expect. For example, a lot of trans people, including myself, have been on hormones, and that changes your biology. For example, I actually developed real breasts. Seriously, if I were to be topless on here, this video would get taken down immediately. And so terms biological man and biological woman aren't always accurate. Instead, you can use phrases like assigned male at birth or assigned female at birth. Number 5, gendered and non-gendered terms. And this varies trans person to trans person, and it's always important to ask. For example, the word handsome and the word pretty have different connotations. Handsome tends to have a masculine connotation to it, whereas pretty tends to have a feminine connotation to it. And it doesn't matter what someone's gender is, it matters what they want to be called. A man can be pretty, a woman can be handsome. That's fine. But what I'm trying to say here is that you should respect someone's gender preferences on terms. For example, I like feminine compliments. So I would be upset if someone called me handsome. But I would be very appreciative if you called me pretty. Not to mention there are also words that have a neutral connotation, such as stylish or good looking, that can apply to anyone. And some people prefer neutral compliments or neutral terms, so it's important to keep that in mind. Number 4, gendered activities. It's always a good idea to include trans people in gendered activities if you're able to do so. For example, if you have a feminine trans woman you know, treat her, go to the spa, do something fun like that, do your nails together, go shopping, Something like that. Include them in a very stereotypical gendered activity. If you know a trans guy, do a guy's night or something. Because remember, including someone in a gendered activity is one of the most affirming things you can do, and it really makes us feel great. Number 3. Now this one, not everyone will be able to do, but funding the transition. This can mean helping provide money for hormones, surgery, legal name changes, stuff like that, because a lot of that's really expensive. And if you have the financial means, it's a good way of showing your love and support for someone, that you are willing to help them transition medically, legally, whatever they want to do. Even socially, you can help buy them a wardrobe. There are so many things you can do. Even if you don't have a lot of money, there are things you can do. If you know a trans person who's transitioning into that gender identity, well, they will be a great recipient of it. Number 2, vote for trans-aligned people on your ballots. If you're able to vote, please vote for trans-affirming people. Because if you vote for people who are anti-trans, you are hurting trans people. Yes, voting is important. Go vote. If you're eligible to vote and you aren't registered yet, please go register as soon as you can. I know it can be a hassle sometimes, but it really is important. The more people who show up, the more likely it is our rights will be protected. Because our rights are under siege right now. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to give it a like. And if you have other ideas as to how to be a great trans ally, let me know down in the comments. And if you're really enjoying my content, you might even want to subscribe or support me on my Patreon. Plans start as low as $3 a month, and you can watch my comedy special, Pride and Joy, a Trans Story, where I talk all about my journey being trans. It's a really insightful thing, and I think you would enjoy it. And of course, these videos are super expensive to make, so helping me on Patreon helps me keep making them. And of course, thank you to my patrons. I can't do this without you. Alright, without further ado, number 1, speak out. When you see injustices happening, you gotta speak out. And there are ample amounts of injustices happening in this world to trans people. I mean, just look at Florida. Need I say more? Of course I need to say more. Florida is a do not travel state. You cannot safely travel there right now as a trans person. It's dangerous. They lowered the threshold to be executed there and made being trans a sex crime, which you can now be executed for. If you're trans and living in a place that isn't supportive, there are many people who will love and support you. You just gotta find them. And it might mean leaving where you are if you're able to. And if not, I'm so deeply sorry. This world is very up. Be like Mr. Beast and stand up for the friends in your life. Be like Cher and stand up for your family. And be like Daniel Radcliffe and stand up when you see injustice towards all trans people. Remember, speak up. Don't be silent.